Valentine's Day is just around the corner, so if love is on your mind, your next match could be but a swipe away. Here to give us the 411 on the latest and greatest matchmaking apps is tech expert Avery Swartz. Avery, thanks for coming back.
Absolutely.
Right, I'm part of that generation where the notion of dating online, there was a big stigma attached to it. It has since gone mainstream, and while it's probably not the #1 way to meet people, it's certainly a legitimate way to make personal and romantic connections.
Absolutely.
So what's digital dating like in 2017?
Well, like you just said, this is becoming a really mainstream way to meet someone, whether you're looking for a serious relationship, a little bit of personal tidbit there. I actually met my husband online.
Yeah, but that's not odd at all anymore.
Absolutely.
I hear more and more about that. People used to do it quietly. Now they are open about it, and other people seek advice from those people who've met people online.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations to
you. Thank you. It was a while ago, but yeah.
So, what do people need to know?
Yeah. So, if you're doing digital dating in 2017, there's lots of websites, there's lots of apps. Some of the most popular ones, the web-based platforms like Match, eHarmony, Plenty of Fish, OkCupid. Then there's ones that really take advantage of the app-based platforms, and one that most people probably know of is Tinder.
So, is this a question of you get what you pay for? Because there are paying sites and then there are the free ones.
Yes. So each one definitely has its niche and its kind of differentiator. So, Tinder was the first one to go really big and use the smartphone technology. And that's using, the gestures that we use on our smartphones. And Tinder introduced what we call swiping culture. You swipe right to say yes, swipe left to say no. OkCupid is a free platform. A lot of people like it. Bumble is one that...
Wait, let's go back to this, the app aspect. Because
yes.
I think you're talking about how the swiping was a big differentiator, but also that notion of sort of proximity, right?
Yes,
that
absolutely.
was one of the things that they legitimized and they brought into sort of the public sphere, that you could contact people as close or as far away as you wanted.
Absolutely, because Tinder uses the geolocation features in your smartphone. So a lot of people travel with Tinder. They touch down in a new city, they load up Tinder, they set their location, and then they're just swiping and hooking up all over.
And hooking up is the key there, because a lot of people associate Tinder with specifically hookups, right?
Yeah,
this is not necessarily a dating app, it's dating for the night.
Yes.
Is there a sort of a struggle for the soul of Tinder? Because there are people who are looking for something more serious there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Tinder has now gone so mainstream that there are people that are finding serious relationships on Tinder. But, there is kind of... there's a sense of dating app fatigue in the market a little bit right now. Some people ghost on dates. They, have some kind of inappropriate communication. So there are some apps out there that are trying to break that down a little bit.
And that's what it seems like. It seems like every iteration after that is trying to address a problem that currently exists with that model. Because Bumble is just a little bit different from Tinder, isn't it?
Yeah, I like Bumble because its differentiator is that women initiate the first move. They make the first move. They initiate the conversation. So that kind of gives it something a little bit different.
It's a little more so women who might be apprehensive about their safety and their privacy, that's addressed on Bumble. And then what's the big difference with Hinge?
Yeah, so Hinge is a dating app that first started very Tinder-like, kind of swipe left, swipe right. But Hinge made a giant change to its platform last year. Hinge decided that they didn't want to be part of this kind of swiping culture and some of the negative connotations with it. So they completely changed their platform. It's now much more conversational-based. It almost feels like Instagram. You're looking at pictures, you're looking, making comments, and it rewards you for actually being conversational, and it kind of penalizes you a little bit if you don't interact too much.
So it seems like what you're saying is before you can date someone online, you have to date one of these apps to get to know it a little bit.
A little bit.
Avery, thanks so much for joining us today.
You bet.